in this video 3 reasons why you've lost your motivation and also 3 tips on how to regain it. So if that's something you're struggling with, check it out in this video. What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. I'm an INFP, living in Tokyo, living in Japan. I've been here for many years, maybe like 14 or so years right now. I can't count it anymore. And I do Geek Psychology, helping you find your true character and level it up so you can play life better, but also the I Now Feel Positive program for INFPs, trying to understand why they feel different and how to leverage their skill set as an INFP. I also do life coaching mainly through the Myers-Briggs framework of personality type. And if all the stuff that I just said makes no sense to you, it's okay. It's okay. If you're into personal growth and geeking it up a little bit, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. You know that feeling when like you get all excited for this new project, this new quest, this new adventure that you're going to go on, and it's like setting sail on the seas to this new world. You're just like so excited. Like, what are the possibilities? What can I discover here? What can I find? And then you kind of get lost a little bit. You lose your navigator. Your navigator jumps overboard and it's like, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go swim myself back. You kind of like forget about the reasoning for what you were doing. Like, why were you originally excited about this? And then the waves start crashing in and you stop somewhere, you land somewhere. Yeah, you deal with all that stuff, and then you wake up down the road and you're like, wait, I had this goal. I had this really big dream to make an impact, to gain some more control over my life, to do something. What happened? Where'd that go? That's what it feels like for me anyway. I don't know how it feels for you. That's what my discovering and regaining and losing my motivation feels like. So let's talk about 3 reasons why that might happen for you and 3 fixes that you can do for those reasons. Okay, I want it to be actionable for you. So first, you lose motivation because it's no longer aligned with something that you're passionate about. Like, you got fired up about it. So your values were firing, everything was like kicked on, you were engaged in it. This is something that you felt strongly about. And then you got distracted. Then you kind of lost your way. Right? So one reason why you don't have it anymore is because you're not using that same motivation to continue through. Another one, you're not making checks or progress. You're not checking your progress. You might be making progress, but not actually following through with it. Another one is you are exhausted. You just don't have the mental, the physical, the emotional, the clarity, the energy to do that stuff anymore. You're not rejuvenated as much. Squeak, squeak. And you need a way of recovering that. So how can you fix these 3 things? Right? They're not amazingly mind-blowingly cool insights, but they're really important. So the first thing you need to do is as I said, you were originally excited about this thing, this idea, this possibility, whatever it was. And then within your mental space, it kind of falls out of the focus. It moves somewhere else. It loses the vividness, the clarity that it had, the size of it within your mental space. So what you got to do is you got to imagine it, right? Think of a symbol, an image of yourself or of what the thing is, and make it really clear, make it vivid, make it meaningful, make it big, and put it right in front of you. Make it sparkle. Add a color that you like, add some emerald green to it or some amber or something like that, right? Make it really appealing so that when you close your eyes, you can see it. You can see the representation of that goal, that dream, that passion that you had before, because that's going to bring in more motivation. All right? Because if it's dull, if it's dark, if it's faded and somewhere else, there are other things in the way, you got like a screaming baby in front of you, whatever it is, like that's not gonna keep you motivated, right? You got to keep your eye on the prize. Kind of a bonus tip there is check how much time you're wasting on things. Like how many hours do you play Legends of Runeterra, or how many hours do you do anything that is not productive, that's trivial, that's watching Netflix or TV or something like that? And add that up. That's something that's stopping your motivation because of this next point, which is, as I said, you're not making progress. You're not checking your progress, one of the two. So you got to do that. You got to check your progress. So start with your 3-year goal, break it down to your 1-year goal, break it down into quarters and months, and really understand, like, what is this thing that I want, and what is the evidence procedure that I'm achieving it? How will I know that I've got it? Because you got to check that. Because if you don't, you're just kind of going through things and not really applauding yourself for the actual successes that you've had. By taking any steps, you're getting closer to it. So review those, recall those, and say good job, and keep going. And the last one is to rejuvenate yourself. You need to create time to live into your strengths. You got to do things that rejuvenate you. And if you're astute into Myers-Briggs, cognitive functions, personality type, and stuff like that, I believe you have a leg up on this. I believe it's so impactful. The model is just an amazing way of understanding yourself. And so if you don't know how to live into your strengths, I suggest you check out this video that I'm going to share at the end, because that'll teach you how to rejuvenate yourself, how to regain more control, how to recover and rebuild your energy. All right, so I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, give me a like, subscribe, share it to somebody else that you think it could help too. And as always, keep up the lifelong questing. Bye.